Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I'm Constip and this is going to be part 50 of my Imperial campaign where I'm playing as the Julii. And it is good to be back because I did take a little bit of a break there. It was not a planned break, so yeah, apologies for the week off of the uploads, but it felt good to take a little bit of a break and it feels just as good to kind of jump back into it. I missed this game, so yeah, I'm happy to get back in. And my faction leader right here, Harrius the Killer, he's ready to take Scalabus, and I believe that I can eliminate the Spanish, maybe not in this episode, but very soon. And this is a good thing because they have a big stack over here just kind of doing nothing. Then it's my understanding that I lost a stack. I think they're in the woods here, and if they wanted to, they could make a play for Cordoba. And that would be, that would be pretty dicey because the only people defending Cordoba are 3 units of peasants. So I wouldn't be able to really defend it effectively, although I do have the stone walls. So there is that, but yeah, that'd be pretty dicey. I'd be kind of racing back with this army to defend Cordoba, and then I might lose Scalabus to this army. Now, what could fix all of this is if I eliminate the Spanish, then I believe the armies just kind of go away if the Spanish faction is eliminated. And to do that, I would have to take the last settlement, which would be Asturica. So that's what this army is going to be doing. And I still think it's probably the best idea to eliminate this small force first, just so that they can't harass this army down here while they are handling Scalabus. And then they can make their way up to Asturica. It's pretty much undefended. Is there anything here, in fact? So there are 2 units here in Asturica, and then there are... Is it just a family member? And that's it. So there's really not much standing in the way of this army here. So that should be fine. Here, let's go ahead. We have a ballista. We don't have to build our rams. We can go right on in. And I don't think they have much here, so let's just assault here. Let's not even wait to build those rams. And they have, what? A skirmisher, Iberian infantry, and round shield cavalry. Let's take them out. Right off the bat, we can start to shoot at this gate here. And that should give us no issues. What do they have here? So the Iberian infantry and the cavalry. So let's go ahead and move our archers up. And javelins as well. I don't really want to waste their javelins to begin with, but they can at least get moving in that direction. With the gates now open, let's see if we can actually move my ballistas up so that we can shoot at these. Are these skirmishers or the Iberian infantry? Yes, they are the Iberians. And you guys are able to shoot, are you not? No, they must be blocked by the... Oh, interesting. Okay, so they can't get a shot in. I wonder if are there any towers nearby? Not quite. So I might be able to actually get an angle here. And if not, it's not the most important thing. I can just move up my legionaries and they can do their jobs as well. Well, the Iberian infantry seem like they are willing to stand here and take some shots from the ballistas, and yeah, they actually did lose some men to that, and that has not deterred them. They are holding their ground, and now my archers, yes, they are able to get some shots in. They're still not taking any fire from the tower. No, they are not. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So, Iberian infantry down to 60 men. And it's actually nice to finally get some use out of those ballistas as well, because, yeah, it seems like they have, not been able to really get too many targets. But if they want to just stand here and take some shots to the face, then that is a perfect usage for my ballistas. Now that my ballistas are out of ammunition, and there is still 23 light or Iberian infantry remaining here, so let's move up some of my legionaries and get some pilum tosses in. And that should get rid of most of this unit, and then we can just kind of clean them up as well. Yeah, they're down to 11 men. Lost over half of their strength in one volley, and there they go. So my archers, technically, they do have quite a few volleys left, but they weren't getting the best shots from where they were, so I decided to save their ammunition. And yeah, they're down to 1 man, and he still stands there, so that's, yeah, good on him. Let's bring up my auxilia as well, just because if we do face, if that cav comes charging in, I want my spears to be able to engage them. And are you guys gonna make it? You guys gonna figure this one out? Yeah, just get through that door, kill that last man there, and if they do send their cav in, I have my archers right there to support. And then
the walls are taken.
Let's actually move up my cavalry as well. You guys didn't get him, eh? Alright, he just ran off. That's fine. Let's send up my other legionaries as well then to support. As we are making our way along this top path and we are getting closer to the city center, they are starting to send their skirmishers out and their round shield cavalry as well, starting to move off of that square. My archers are a little ways back. Are they in range? Gosh, they actually are in range of those skirmishers. Well, in that case, let's put them on fire at will then. And let's see here. Auxilia there. Let's kind of alternate some auxilia and some legionaries, just so that we can get some good pilum. And let's see, do you guys have? No, you are the ones without any pilum. So you actually go back, and then you guys come up. Archers are getting some shots in. And I would expect that cavalry to come in and charge into my spears. I would like you guys actually to hurry on up, because yeah, I want that pilum supporting my spear unit. And yeah, let's see, there's 42 men. The skirmishers have 65 men. Alright. Here comes the charge, and it looks pretty limp. Yeah, they're taking... Are you guys getting some javelins in? They already are running away. And we didn't lose... Yeah, we lost 8 men in that charge. And now their skirmishers are coming up. I would like to get my dogs actually on those skirmishers. Are you guys back here a bit? Yeah, they're back here a bit, so it's going to take them a minute to get up there. So in that case, I don't want to stand here and just take shots to the face, so let's go ahead and... So they're going to throw their pilum in. And let's pressure them a little bit. There we go, yeah, they're breaking. Alright, that's fine. I just don't want to stand there and take shots to the face, that's all. These 11 skirmishers, I think they're going to come over here and throw some javelins at my face, but they're going to be met by a shocking surprise. The dogs have been unleashed, and yeah, they're going to make quick work, I would reckon, of these 11 skirmishers. And even this 18 light cav might struggle against the dogs. Okay, so the guy javelin tossed in. Alright, fair play. Fair play.
The enemy general flees.
What I'm thinking...
Press forward, so the spirit of his army is broken too.
I have my archers moving up. I don't want to throw my general in though, just because he has that regenerating, regenerating bodyguard. So it's tempting to get him involved if the dogs aren't able to carry this by themselves. The dogs might be able to carry this by themselves. They are, yeah, the cavalry's down to 6 men. And what do I have? There's a fair few dogs left, so... Yeah, they might be able to get the job done here. And there are 2 horsemen left and a lot of dogs, and that's going to be it. The garrison of Scalibus has been fed to the dogs. This man has, yeah, he's not even fighting back. He is just resigned to his fate. And yes, he knows he's dog food. There he goes. Down goes the general.
And this day is clearly our victory.
Well, it's the dogs' victory and the dog handlers. So, let's see, we lost 2 men. Huh. Shoot. Okay, so that means that we got some friendly fire there, I would say. Yeah, so we lost like 8 men in that unit of spears, and only 2 of those were kills by the enemy. Okay. Oops, my bad. Actually, I should have checked that, because I don't know, do we heal back casualties that we cause ourselves? Is that a thing or no? I always forget to check. Let's see. So population to be massacred, 9,000. I still think so, just to kind of keep up our pace. I would say I still want to exterminate. Is what I'm thinking. How many people are left? 3,000? Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's repair this stockade and let's retrain these dude. Looks like we have a temple that is giving us some bonuses here. I wonder what that is. So yeah, missile weapons +3. Yeah, that's pretty good. And what are we looking at here? So let's see here. Paved roads would get us a decent boost. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, that'd be nice. We don't need a Subarus right away. Probably just go with paved roads, I think. Although, let's see. Do I want to keep that Sacred Circle of Abnoba, or do I want to replace that with something else? +3 to missile weapons is pretty good, but I feel like I already have at least one of those, if not 2 of those, so I'm not sure if I want to keep that.
Imperator.
We can now come on over here where Cornelius Vitruvius is going to be... This is my faction here, is it? Yeah, it is. He's going to be recruiting some mercenaries here to bolster his forces, and I believe that's going to give him the mercenary captain. Yeah, +1 command and 10% discount on unit training costs, 2% bonus on cash gained from looting. Yeah, that's pretty good. All good stuff. Let's also just bring up a town watch to assist as well. Yeah, they're going to be fine.
Orders.
And what do they have here? So, Barbarian Peasants, Warband, 2 Naked Fanatics, and Rebel General. Alright.
Prepare for battle.
Let's make sure that we are controlling our reinforcements, and let's head on in. I have decided to come on over to this side of the battlefield where I do have a little bit of a height advantage. Not much, but it's a little rolling height advantage, and yeah, I'm actually glad I came on over here so that the enemy is going to be just slightly downhill from me. So this is going to be pretty simple, although I don't want these guys to get caught out. Are they going to get chased down by the Rebel General? Yeah, they might. Let's see if I can get them on over to the forest to sort of hide them. And then if they do distract the Rebel General, that's a decent enough cause, I suppose. I have now hidden my cavalry and my town watch inside of this forest, so if the AI doesn't have any like object permanence, then they might forget that they are there. That's something that I'm still not 100% on with my experience in Shogun and Medieval and now Rome, is that by hiding units in plain view of the AI armies, that is, you know, sending a unit into the forest that they have vision on, and then once they become concealed, does the AI sort of forget that they become concealed? That's something that I'm still not really sure of. One thing that I do think is real is that I think that the morale debuff of being attacked by a concealed unit, I think that that is real, despite the AI having seen the unit enter the forest. I think that's real, not just for units hidden inside of forest and scrub, but also I think for units that can hide on the battlefield, like the Arcani and like the Battlefield Ninjas in Shogun, and the Hashishin in Medieval. I think that like attacking from that concealment, I think that does cause a morale debuff, but I'm just not 100% sure in all of these areas. Because the enemy does have their Naked Fanatics on their left, my right, I'm going to be trying to refuse my right flank and try to engage solely with my left flank into their peasants and their warband, which isn't a softer target for sure. We still have no response from them, so what I would like to do is take these 3 units and start my war cry, because at this point, from this distance, I can charge my war cry up by a little bit. I think it needs to be charged up. I think that's how it gets used. And maybe that's good enough. So let's charge on here and here and there. And then let's go ahead and take my cav and send them out here. And then let's move you guys here. And you here as well. And then you go here. So yeah, we routed those peasants right away. And now they're sending their naked fanatics. So let's go ahead and start my war cry with those units. And general, let's see here. You come over here. And you can start your war cry as well. Let's see, you just chase down those peasants, that's fine. And then you can blow your little trumpet. So with the war cry active, you go in and you go in. And then you come around there. I want you to run, please. You here, and then, yeah, you go here. So far, so good. Let's start a war cry on you guys now. And you can charge it up for a little bit and maybe get the town watch over here. Maybe get my general over here. And yep, war cry go on in. This is actually a little bit of a grindy little fight here. And let's get my cav coming back. And general, you can continue. Actually, I forgot to take my guys off of guard mode. So yeah, you guys go off of guard, and then you go off of guard as well. And
slain.
There he goes. Enemy general's dead, and you run in. And then you go here, and then you go here. And that should cause a collapse as long as we hang on this side. The heavy cav is pushing into my town watch on this side. So let's see if I can get my cavalry. And there we go, that's fine. So end the battle. A decent little scrap there, all things considered, but yes, we got it. We got it done. Yeah, I forgot that I had my men in guard mode, which is fine for the units that are engaging head-on, but the units that are flanking should not be in guard mode. That was a mistake on my part.
General.
And Cornelius Vitruvius has now gained Superior Commander. That's wonderful. +3 command. Nice. Keep on gaining those stripes, young lad. And then up here, I think we can just kind of go on in and fight these Britons. If they do want to take this fight, they have 4 units. I have a full stack, so if they don't want to fight this, I would understand. Although, no, I'm not going to be able to reach, am I? Darn it. Oh, well, down here, I can actually just besiege Batava Vodorum. And so I have, what? How long do I have? 7 turns to complete this for the Senate mission. It's tempting, and so like if I wasn't on a clock, this is a full stack. So like if it wasn't on a clock, what I'd be tempted to do is to use the forest here to basically hide my entire army, and then maybe just kind of send a unit out here to like raid in a bit, try to cause some devastation on their land, and try to draw them into an ambush. However, because I don't think that I have the time to do that, I think I just have to go in and fight. Because I'm going to go in and start the siege, and this is one of those fights, kind of like down in what was it, in Numantia, kind of like down there. This is a fight that might take 2 assaults to complete, because I might just want to, you know, use my archers and javelins for the first assault, and then go back in for a second try when I have my ammunition. And since I know now that by timing out the timer as the attacker, that counts as a loss. I thought that, yeah, for some reason I thought that in a siege that counts as a draw and that wouldn't break the siege. Yeah, I thought that it did, but that's not how that worked in Numantia. I had to re-engage the siege and then attack a second time, which took, you know, obviously more time. So, like, altogether, if things go perfectly as planned, this would take 4 turns to defeat this. And that's like a conservative estimate. What was that noise? Did someone just... Did one of you just clear your throat? That's what that sounded like. But, you know, that's if everything goes perfectly, that would take 4 turns. I like to leave a few extra turns, you know, in leeway. So let's go in here.
Engage the enemy.
Let's just build a bunch of rams.
Settlement, sir.
I think... Yeah, maintain the siege. I think, and I forgot to check this, but I think that...
Yes, master.
Yeah, I can't, you know, it's too late to get my spy in. But I think that, if I remember correctly, my spy had a very low chance of getting that finished. Although, I wonder... that's the faction leader. Do you have any...
Assassin ready.
Can you get this guy? 9% chance? I don't think I want to waste my assassin. I've just lost so many of these guys. And you have 4 eyeballs of talent, so I don't really want to just throw you away. And yeah, I have some peasants and auxilia and town watch just kind of moving on up. Yeah, we can just keep you on the bridge. That's fine.
Out of move, sir.
That's fine. And there are still 3 turns left of tribute being paid by the Germans towards me, so that's nice. I'm working on getting an army together here in Alesia so that basically as soon as that's over, I would like to move on into Trier if I could. Again, that's another full garrison, so that might take another couple of salts to get into. Although, I don't know. I wonder, can I get any more siege equipment up here? No, just ballistas. It would be nice to get some more powerful siege equipment just so that I can maybe bomb these types of armies, these full garrisons from range, you know, and do a lot of damage and potentially, you know, complete these assaults in just one turn rather than 2 separate assaults. That would be ideal, of course, right? I have now put all of my build orders in and I have set my taxes, so I'm curious to see. I want to end this turn and I want to see if that other Spanish army pops up. Ooh, okay, so that army, oh, okay, all right, interesting. So that small army that I was trying to reach with my reinforcing army that's not reinforcing in this battle, but, you know, coming up right behind, that small army led by the faction leader has attacked my besieging army here outside of Batava Vodorum. So they do outnumber me by quite a bit, actually. I think they outnumber me by almost 700 men. They're led by their 4-star faction leader, and he has chosen swords and 2 slingers inside of his army. And then, do we have any vision on the... no, we have no idea what the garrison has. Interesting, okay. I kind of thought that I would know that answer. Well, this could actually be kind of a good thing for us, because this is going to allow us to do a lot of damage to that garrison. In fact... So this army cannot flee from the battle. If it loses, all units will be destroyed. Interesting. That's how that works? Because I guess it counts as a sally out, doesn't it? But if they flee back into the settlement, they're fine, right? I think that's how that works, but in any case, I think I like my chances. Even though I, you know, can't see what the big army actually has inside of it, my army's pretty solid. You know, early legionaries, archer auxilia, you know, they're all pretty solid units. And my general, yeah, 6 stars. Not too freaking bad. Do you have anything else? Let's see here. Hopefully you don't have any... This does not give -2 morale. No, it does not. Is there anything that gives plus or minus morale? +1 command when fighting barbarians. Perfect. Yes, +1 morale right here. Local hero. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Perfect. And do you have anything? +2 to general's hit points. Okay. But, yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, this should be a fun fight. We find ourselves fighting on a fairly open plain here with some dips on elevation on either side. So I'm going to be staying in the center here. We were not able to choose the weather, so we will be fighting in the rain, which means our archers will be less effective. So the Britons, yeah, they chose the weather well.
Will be busy today. The enemy have brought more men to the
So
fight.
let's see if we can take out their... okay, so their reinforcements are all right behind us. Oh, okay. So yeah, let's see if we can take out the army in front of us before the reinforcements arrive. So that's going to be the 1 chosen swords, 2 slingers, and the the general, of course, in this heavy chariots. All right, yeah, that's a it's pretty frightening to see that whole host behind us like that. Let's see, are you guys in range? No. Okay, actually, it looks like some of them are in range. But I don't want to... Okay, they're coming for it. They're coming towards us, so I guess we may as well... Yeah, get some shots in here on these chosen swords. And let's continue to keep an eye on us. Behind us here. It looks like they're not moving too fast, but I've been deceived by the speed that armies move in this game time and time again. The units move a lot faster, definitely, when compared to Shogun 1 and Medieval 1. So I'm trying to learn to not make that mistake over and over and over again. Sometimes when things seem far away, they can actually mean they're pretty close. So, what do we got here? Chosen swords. Looks like they're going to be charging forward. We can get our guys back here. Yeah, you really don't need to be taking... Why you guys... Why? What in the gosh darn is going... Oh my god. Why? Why the hell? What the hell? What was that about? Why did they just run right through the enemy? Oh, that's so frustrating. Alright, let's send the cav in and try to get these guys here. And... Oh, don't like that. See, I thought I was going to be fighting them with support from my infantry. So, let's go here. Let's send the legionaries up. And yeah, you guys can run. Yeah, looks like they already routed off a unit of my guys there. And our archers, are you guys still shooting at the barbarian warlords? Definitely shoot at the barbarian warlord. Definitely. And yeah, you guys come back up here. They're still, yeah, they're not in any hurry at all. Thank goodness.
The enemy king is fleeing.
All right, so he's running away. And if we could kill him, that would be nice. Cav, come in, and looks like... Yeah, come on, guys. Can you, yeah, go after him? I'm assuming chariots still do damage to this, even as they run through our guys. I'm assuming that's how that works. Even though other fleeing units do not do that, I would assume that with Cav they do. So let's go there, And as much as I do want to, you know, capture or kill the enemy general, I'd rather either A, save my ammunition, or B, turn around and face these guys. So let's do that. Let's do that instead. Just like this, the Briton army has started to pick up their pace, and yeah, they started to close that distance at the end there pretty quickly. So, with that in mind, let's keep the light auxilia back here since we're not going to get them to our front lines in time to engage here. And let's see, on this side, yep, you face here, and then you guys need to start running. Yeah, British heavy chariots inbound. I wonder if, yeah, let's get spears back here to help out against those chariots. And what do we have here? Swordsmen. And can we get... Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, yeah, I don't want to get those guys. Shoot. Alright, you come back a little bit. Swordsman, warband. Alright, there they go. So let's have my guys sound the alarm here. And if I could get some javelin tosses in. Yikes. Got warband coming in. And yeah, javelin tosses on their chariots would be really clutch. And getting some spears. What do we have? Warband there. And I feel like I need to clean up my backlines here. Let's get the dogs going towards the front, because I would like to see if I can get a morale break on those guys. And let's come here and then here. Is my general running away? No, he's not. He's trying to get... Yeah, that's right. He's working back here. And man, this battle's a mess. So if I could get my light auxilia back, that'd be really nice. Let's take you guys off of guard mode, because I can get some kills there.
The enemy general is running away.
All right, so we got the enemy
This is
general
no
running
way
away.
for a
Let's see if I
leader
can get a
to behave, but in
flanking
battle, it's
attack
beyond
and here. Because if I can break them here, and did we just lose our right flank? Yeah, we just lost our right flank. All right, early legionaries go away here, and then archers go here, and then here. So yeah, we're kind of rolling them up on this side, and archers need to be running. Did my entire... Wait, did everyone break? Yeah, you guys need to be running, please. And you can sound your horn again. And archers, man, those chariots are just wrecking us. Let's see, legionaries fighting warband. And yeah, we're wrapping them up. Let's see, early legionaries fighting here. Archers... Yeah, we're doing a lot of damage to them, but I feel like that's not going to be enough. Those chariots are just unstoppable. Oh my god. Yeah, those legionaries, they're fighting really hard too. Maybe if I could send my general in, maybe I can kill those chariots there. And let's see, archers. Archers fighting, yeah, that's never ideal. And units, can you guys come back, please? Yeah, my general's still fighting, and he's doing a really good job, but there's just so many of these Briton forces remaining. And maybe if I can get a rear charge into these guys here, and I can free up my archers. Try to get here, and then here, and early legionaries come here and fight. Oh, those are chosen swords there, yeah. So let's see if I can break these warbands. And Auxilia, go here. Light Auxilia, go there. Light Auxilia, go there. Try to get some javelins being tossed in. And yeah, archers are still shooting. And slingers, those are slingers right there. So general, yeah, general's like still carrying this battle right now. But yeah, we're still looking like we're going to be losing this. So come up here, and so many of them are routing. My goodness, I don't want to get my hopes up, but like, I feel like it's just these chosen swords right here that are holding on. 50 chosen swords. So if I can get my archers back here, and general, get back. Get back. Those chosen swords are chewing you guys up. So archers, get back, and then general, run, please. And then you guys come up here and try to make sure that they do not charge into us. So archers, try to get some shots into those guys there, and as soon as they... Yeah, you stand your ground. And then as soon as they engage my archers, I can charge into the rear. And then I want these guys to try to get those guys away from me. And then if I can break these chosen swords, that might be victory. Don't want to get my hopes up here, but let's see what's left. Oh my god, I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
And drive them from the battlefield.
Holy smokes, I cannot believe that. That's insane. My general carried that. Holy smokes, yeah. Yeah, get as many... Get as many kills as possible. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a lot done here, but... Yeah, you go there. Definitely focus on getting rid of those chosen swords. And I don't know. I feel like this army is going to get wiped, aren't they? You have to know as well that if I did lose this battle, I would have just chalked it up to rust, you know, because I hadn't played in a while. You know, I was easily just going to be able to say, yeah, nope, that's not my fault. Just haven't played in a while. And yeah, my general just was not going to let that happen. Yeah, my general was just like, absolutely not. We are not losing this battle. Pretty much lost my entire army. So yeah, definitely a Pyrrhic victory. But holy smokes, wow, that is crazy. Luckily, I do have a backup stack that's nearby in the area, so I actually can hold this settlement if I do, in fact, end up taking it. My God, 1,700 kills, and yeah, we did lose quite a bit. Yeah, we lost a lot there. Light Auxilia, let's see here. Light Auxilia got actually a ton of kills, 111 on one unit. A lot of that was probably on the rundown, I would assume. War Dogs only got 11. Roman General, 457. My God. Let's see. Archers, 46, is it? Legionary, 62, 43. Roman Cav. Yeah, Roman Cav, I did not use them well at all. Although, 118 kills on that unit. Yeah, these early Legionaries really carried 102 kills. Archers, 272. Very, very good job. And, yeah, Auxilia just, yeah, again, they weren't used well. 171 on one of those units. Yeah, made a lot of mistakes there. But, yeah, my general was just not going to allow it. No. No, no, no. So, did I end up taking the settlement? Did I? No, I did not. Yeah, yeah, see, that's confusing. I don't... It's weird, isn't it? Because it indicated, like, what is that? What's the skull mean then? Because it, yeah, I've seen that skull where it says that, you know, if you don't win this battle, that whole stack is going to get wiped. So why didn't it get wiped?
Orders.
And can I attack? Yeah, so I do have my ram. Could I actually attack though? Let's see, could I might need to maintain this siege. And I might have to hire some barbarian mercenaries and some barbarian cav as well. Just to fill out my army here. Could I actually accomplish anything with this army? I have some javelins, I have some archers, not a lot. Early legionaries, yeah, they're very beat up as well. Very, very beat up. God, this is a beat up army. Golly. But then, yeah, there's barely anything left here. I would like to know what it is, though. So I may as well hire those mercenaries and then make the attempt and see if I can, you know, see how I feel about it. And how close can you guys get? Ooh, you can actually get very close. I don't know if you're going to be able to reinforce. Maybe.
March. Moves depleted.
Maybe. I kind of doubt it, though. Down here in Iberia, I'm curious to see if I can find... There he is. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, what is he doing? He's in an area where he's kind of threatening to Cordoba, but if he wanted to move a little bit faster, I think he could have already gotten a little bit, you know, he could have like at least crossed the river by now. Interesting. So, skirmishers, long shield cavalry. He has some good upgrades on these units as well. Weapon upgrades at least. Alright, well, I'm going to try to ignore him if I can. And, well, actually, let's see about this. So you can't reach Scalabus or Cordoba. So I'm tempted to come up here with Harius's army and defeat this army led by Captain Oros up here. And then if Scalabus is threatened, then I could just come back and defend. Up here, though, I could at least hunt down you. Let's see here. Yeah, I suppose that's what should be done. I don't want to move further and further away from Astorica, but yeah, you're gonna retreat, so 467 men, and it's a pretty beat up army, so let's go ahead. I think this is the faction error. Let's wipe them out. Wait a minute, what's this here? The ballistas, so wait, siege equipment cannot move inside of wooded areas? What? I can't even like place them? They're just stuck where they are? Whoa, I did not know that. That's stupid. That's so stupid. Huh. I had no idea. That's such a bizarre, I mean, I get it, but you know, so you have an army that ends up fighting in a wooded area and then you just can't even use a siege equipment if you have siege equipment in your army? Huh. That's pretty silly. So I guess I shouldn't start up here because I can't protect my siege equipment. Like, sure, it's useless in this fight, but I plan on attacking Astorica, so I'm going to want it to help me get into that settlement on the first turn that I arrive there. So yeah, I guess I have to start down here. Yeah, that's very interesting. Well, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. The enemy army is quite a bit weaker. In fact, actually, so can you guys fire at all? So it looks like they would be able to fire if the enemy is, you know, nice enough to get into range. But I don't know if that's going to be something that they're willing to do. Let's see, let's try to square up a little bit better here. And then something I forgot to, well, I was so focused on those blisses not being able to move that I forgot to soft group my army here. So let's figure this out first. My archers are actually already in range, which just continues to surprise me again and again how far ranged those archers are. But actually, let's see if I can get up. I feel like if I can get into this area here, then they would have to fight uphill. I am trying to force them to attack uphill at me, but so far they seem to be pretty disciplined here. Is that a wedge formation? Oh, well, look at that. Getting a little fancy on me. So yeah, you know, I'll take that. I'll take a charge from Rajlo Cavalry. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm playing defensively with my own cav because they have a cav advantage. And now they're in range of my javelins. So yeah, they did the thing that you don't want to do as cavalry, which is get close inside of missile range and then stop moving. That's what you don't want to do. And yeah, they're taking a ton of shots and now they are backing off again. And now, even though my archers are doing a tremendous amount of damage from afar and the enemy still has not attacked me, I kind of would like to not use up all of my ammunition right now, just in case they do sort of play a little bit cagey with me and try to stay out of my distance or out of my range. I like to have that firepower just in case, maybe even though I can't draw them to me now, if they deplace themselves and move somewhere else, maybe I can use my firepower to, you know, bring them to me at a later point in this battle. So like in this case, for instance, yeah, it looks like they are ready and willing to attack uphill into me. So let's get my light auxilia ready, and yeah, you guys can start retreating and you can move away from that general, and general should be marching on right into a bunch of Pelum, and my legionaries. Perfect. Yeah, now they are attacking my auxilia. And then these light auxilia, let's see, you can actually throw your javelins into the rear of that bodyguard unit. That auxilia unit's getting absolutely mulched, so let's see, you actually stay here. And then yeah, you move like that. And yeah, man, General's bodyguards, aren't they legit? Cav, you just back up again. And so he's running off, although he's not fleeing. He just did a lot of damage to my auxilia. Now he's moving back. Yeah, let's see. Yep, you guys move back. And okay, yeah. Okay, there we go. They broke it the last second. I was looking for my spears, but I just remembered that I don't have like backup spears in this army. This is kind of a weirdly constructed army. It's not exactly my my usual composition. We have marched up to within range of some of their cav here, and looks like our javelins are able to get some tosses in, but we're very low on arrows by this point, so if I could really just kind of do more damage to them with javelins, that would be preferable. They really don't want to take this fight, which is understandable, but, you know, they already did retreat from me once so far in this turn, so this is their last chance here for a fight. It looks like they might be bringing their warhounds in now, and in that case, let's go ahead and bring back my light auxilia. I'd rather have their warhounds fighting my heavy infantry rather than my light infantry. And yeah, the warhounds are just taking a big old Pelum shot to the face. Roman cav, get back a little bit. Warhounds are now running off, and there is still 20 bodyguard. Yeah, they fought pretty well. We are getting some javelin tosses here with my light auxilia. And is that going to be the last toss? Okay, yeah, that's the last toss. Looks like we didn't do any damage. And yeah, they're being very coy. So let's ungroup my light auxilia from my main body. You and you. That way the main body can move up. We have started to engage the round shield cavalry with our legionaries, and yeah, they just stood there and took that. They still have 14 men left, but if they want to run away, I'm going to try to run them down with my light cav, and that just leaves their warhounds are now breaking and running away, and now we just have to just march up and take on their general, and that should be good. Let's actually get. This is one of my generals, but not my general that's leading this army. And are they going to try to chase my light cav? Because yeah, they can definitely do a lot of damage to my light cav. Let's see if I can get you chasing to help out. Because yeah, if they catch me, I don't want them to catch my light cav. You guys might need to. Gosh, you guys are going to get hammered. You both come up here and try to do an about. Come on, turn. You should be faster than them. Come on. Get away. Come on, you should be faster. And I have my 2 generals units coming on. Yep, there you go. Perfect. Get a charge in there. And then get a rear charge with my Roman cav. And what a weird, limp, stupid little charge there. That was pretty silly, but we should be able to overwhelm them here. There we go, perfect. Let's go ahead and continue this just to make sure that we... There he goes. And let's clean up these last few dog handlers as well. And that's 88% of them, so that should be the entire army wiped. Battle well done. I did lose 28 men, but this army has now been wiped, and I hope that I still have some movement points left so that I can start moving towards Astorica. So yeah, enemy army roused, perfect. Can you go anywhere? Yes, good, nice. I'm glad you can still get some part of the way there. So how long is it going to take? 3 turns? Okay. Well, that's what it's going to be. So should I move out with this army? That's the question. I'm tempted to stay here, although... Let's see, so everything's already been retrained, that's fine. Let's train up some more peasants, and... I'm just curious, if I set taxes to low, and I do not have an arena here, okay. But if I were to... I just want to see how this looks. If I move you guys out and put the peasant in, no, it's not going to be good enough. How close? 30%? Yeah, not close at all. So we're not ready to leave. So let's just leave them back in. Let's pump the taxes back up. And you, let's see here. Let's just move this peasant to the side of the settlement just so that you can't reach. And can you reach? No, you cannot. Okay. So, yeah, that way we can stay a bit more centralized. That way, if this army does make a move on Cordoba, maybe we can follow them up. I don't really know what I would do with Scalabus at that point, but this can, I mean, yeah, 3 turns, you know? And that's taking Astorca on 3 turns because, yes, again, we do have those ballistas, so we can get in right away. And it is just going to be 3 units inside as of now. I did just notice that we do have a 1 unit army of brigands down here in the province of Umbria. So let's see, I do have 2 cav auxilia that could come down, and I can also bring down some spears as well. I don't know what they have, so let's just bring some infantry down, and we can handle that in the next turn. And then we do have just another unit of brigands up here as well. So, barbarian peasants, and I don't know what else they have. Luckily, this army is right here, able to deal with it, so let's go ahead. And what do we have? 2 units of peasants? No problem. Well, let's wipe them out. From this distance, I feel pretty comfortable to start my war cry with all of my barbarian mercenaries here so they can start chanting and screaming and getting all pumped up. And they're going to be ready to tear these peasants a new one. So yeah, you guys go right in here. And then you guys come over here. And you guys can run. And you guys can run. And you guys can come off of guard mode as well. I'm not going to forget this time. And then y'all come over here. And then off of guard mode. You can run. Definitely. Definitely. And you charge it there. And you go there. And then you go there, and then you go there. And then come around the rear. General can come up as well. One unit of peasants has been broken. And now we just have to break the other unit. You can run as well. Yeah, there's definitely like a delay on the hotkey for the run command. It's very frustrating because I was wondering, like, is this just something that existed in Medieval and Shogun as well, and I just never noticed it? And yeah, I was paying attention last time I stepped into Medieval just to like pay attention to it, and it does not exist at all. That delay and sometimes that complete command drop. It's been happening to me this entire time. I use the C key to command my units to run. And I know you can double click, but I've just never done that before because you can't double click for a left click drag command. So I've always been using the hotkey, the run hotkey, to command my guys to run. And with Medieval 1 and Shogun 1, there was no issues with that. I would use the R key instead of the C key. I would use the R key to command my guys to run. And that would never not happen. It would never not pick up that run command. They would always run every single time. I double checked this. I was looking at this recently and I was like, yeah, no, this works. And in this game, it does not work. It's something that I think that for the longest time, I was thinking that I was pressing the key too quickly after selecting a unit. But the fact that it doesn't have that issue in Shogun 1 and Medieval 1 indicates that my timing should be good. Like my timing should be fine. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. I mean, I know that you folks have seen over and over and over again when I kind of like sarcastically will tell my units like, you could have been running this whole time. That's because I've already told them to, and they don't. It's such a, like in most cases, I would say that it's not the biggest deal. I don't know. It kind of is a big deal. The battles in this game, as I've mentioned, they're fast-moving battles. And you have to get your guys into the right positions at the right times. You have to. And if they're not running, it makes it harder to do that, Especially like if you're trying to skirmish with the enemy and you're trying to manually skirmish instead of just letting the guys do it themselves. If you're trying to get the general to a certain area so that he can use his horn, his war cry or whatever that's called, the rally ability. There's like, it's so important to be able to run. And yeah, I guess the simple answer is just that I need to start double clicking, I guess. I've never really gotten into the habit of doing that. It's not something, I don't like doing it. I like left click dragging and then using the hotkey. That's always been very clean for me. It's been a very clean feel. And yeah, it's just frustrating when it seems like half of the times in this game, it seems like that command does not get picked up. It's just very, very unfortunate. Yeah, it's too bad. All right. Anyway, battle well done. I did lose 19 men. And that's probably going to be it for this episode. I do intend on, for this turn, I do intend on attacking this settlement, but I don't think that I have enough time for that in this episode. So I will be leaving that for next time. Before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. It all helps immensely. Until next time, this has been Constep playing Rome Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.